Hey guys, I'm Brittany Rivers, and today I'm showing you all how I got this super cute ash blonde hair color from a 613 wig. It's super fast, so let's get into it, you guys. Okay, guys, so today we are watercoloring this 38-inch, 150% density 613 wig from Fab Beauty on AliExpress. It's giving, it's super cute, but it is also super yellow, you guys. So we're gonna try to take a little bit of that yellow out and do kind of an ash blonde type of look. I was really aiming for more so the Savannah James blonde, the one she has been having lately, because she's been eating, you guys. Um, but Beyonce would do too. So I just wanted something just way less yellow. So I took this pot of boiling water. I know it is super hot, you guys. And I'm going to pour it in this 13 by 9 aluminum foil pan. So I got this from Kroger. You can get it from any grocery store, that nice little pan. Or you can just use your sink. But I'm going to add some Shimmer Lights purple shampoo. And this is going to take that yellow right out of that wig. I did go pretty heavy with the purple shampoo. But you probably don't have to use this much because this stuff can be kind of expensive. But I mean, I just wanted it to give you guys. So I'm just going to take, I forgot what these things are called, a mixer, a hand mixer, and mix the purple shampoo throughout the tinfoil. Also, you guys, you do not have to work with water this hot. You can add a little room temperature faucet water to that because that is super hot for your hands. But I'm going to use this trick I learned on TikTok with coloring hair. So I'm using the Red Kiss Honey Brown dye, and I'm just gonna pour a little bit of this in the toner, the purple shampoo. I usually don't do this, but this is apparently way faster. And usually I have to use a lot of developer and Wella dye, and Wella can be kind of expensive if you're getting a bunch of boxes. So I'm using this honey brown dye, and I am not using the full container of it. I use maybe half, I would say, and just kind of mix it up with that purple shampoo. And make sure you mix this well because I initially did not mix this well at all. And I had little clumps of dye on the hair. So make sure you just mix the dye pretty well. You'll see me probably do this and then have a few clumps. Like right there, you can see, oh man, I got a few clumps. So make sure you keep mixing. But yes, then I'm just going to submerge the hair or the wig in the water. You can kind of move it around, make sure all of the hair gets some water. Make sure it all gets wet. Spread it around a little bit. And I just let it sit here for maybe 20 or 30 minutes in this warm water. So, yeah, I did end up adding a little more water. But this cool water I'm adding is nothing compared to how hot the water is in the first place. So just make sure that hair is all wet and let it sit for about 30 minutes. And 30 minutes later, I'm just kind of rinsing all of that shampoo and dye out of the hair. And this is how the color is looking like. I feel like watercolor already adds extra dimension to the hair. And for some reason, the ends were super silver almost. They looked a lot lighter. And I did really like that. Like, I love how watercolor isn't just going to always be just one color. It does add different dimensions to the hair, which I do enjoy. So this is how the wig looked when it was semi-dry. Now, most people on TikTok just stop at this point. And y'all, this is super easy. Like, I feel like this next step is not necessary at all because this color is just so beautiful already. So honestly, you can end the video right here if you want to because this looks so good to me. Like, I love this. Next time, I'm just going to keep it like this. But I kind of wanted like darker roots. Like Savannah James, she usually has like a kind of ombre type of thing, but I wanted like some dirty blonde or a dark blonde on my roots. So I use the Clairol dye in the color 6N. You can definitely use Wella too. Um, I think I should have went a little darker, but 6N, it got the job done for sure. So I'm going to pour all of this dye into this little bowl basically. So you really don't need this whole bottle because I was just dyeing the roots, but I use the whole thing. So I pour all of the dye in the bowl, and then I'm going to do 2 parts developer. So that means I'm going to fill that little bowl up with developer 2 times. So I did use 40 volume developer. You could use something a little weaker because this is a darker color, but 40 was just the first one I grabbed. I'm not even sure if I own anything weaker. I didn't really feel like looking, but I'm just filling up the container with the developer twice. So then you're just going to take a brush, a spoon, anything, and mix that all up together until it is a consistent texture. It will look like a little beigey brown when you know you mixed it up all the way, but it doesn't take too long. But I could have probably used a bigger bowl because this was a little hard because I did not want to spill any of the dye. So next, I am just going to put this dye on the roots. So the first thing I'm going to hit is all of the front of the frontal. So without parting the hair, just going in, making sure I get all of the front. And then I'm going to kind of spread it out with the comb, spread the hairs out because we're mostly dyeing all of the frontal hairs. So I'm just going to kind of work in the dye. You could actually be way more precise with it and actually use a comb, part it each way and put dye in. But if you just want to do something quick, then you can just kind of work with your mixing brush, your dye brush, and kind of separate it. So I did also use the comb a little bit to just kind of make sure I get that dye all throughout the frontal and really work it in. You see I'm kind of separating it a little bit. I knew I wanted to do a middle part, so I want to make sure the middle part region has enough dye, really more than enough dye. But you can bring it down a little more if you want to, if you want to add a little more of the dark color through the hair. I would actually recommend maybe bringing it down just a little bit more. And make sure you get the side over there near the ear. Put a little bit of the darker color there too. So after about 20 minutes, this is how the wig is looking. And I know it looks scary because the roots look so dark with the dye when you first look at your wig again. But I promise it is not that dark underneath. Like I said, it could have been way darker in my opinion, but it did absolutely give. But that is it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day, you guys. Bye.